Fighting monsters in space should be different from on Earth. Who says you have to stand up? You can fight in the air and let blood float in the air. Who says you can only fight on the surface? Play fresher on the rings. Hi, everybody. Today, I would like to introduce to you a line of deadly swords. He still made a lot of innovations as a new 2024 installment, especially in space combat. The year is 2142, after the first step of the alien. Distressed company executives already know that aliens exist. Recently, the company captured a strange rock 39 light-years away and brought it back for research. Xiaoyu lives on a mining planet owned by the company, 365 days a year without seeing the sun. Global residents are the company's cattle and horses. Just him and a silly brother. Brothers are actually androids. Father wrote the bank code in his demon before his death. Let him always put Xiaoyu's interests first. There are early episodes, but his love is limited, so I call him Silly Brother. They are here to go abroad today. You can leave the country after working 12,000 hours, but it's a contract. In fact, the company can modify it at will. The company changed the construction period to 24,000 hours on the spot. You can never be free by working part-time. And then his friends called out to him. There's an agricultural planet near this planet. You can even see the sun. The company is not worried about people smuggling into the past. Use a dormant device. That thing is highly regulated. The leader of this group of friends is Tyler. Freight ship yesterday when he was working. Discovered a company space station above the planet. Oversized. There are dormant pods inside. Steal the hibernation pod and smuggle it to the agricultural planet. Systems capable of connecting to the space station. Bring the Silly Brothers in. Their little cargo ship goes into space. A golden light pierced through the driver's window. This is the first time Xiaoyu has seen the sun. After a few seconds, a dark shadow obscured the sun. This is the abandoned space station. He's drifting towards the planet's rings. We'll crash in 36 hours, but it's okay. 30 minutes is enough to pass the space station quickly. They docked the space station with a small cargo ship. The Silly Brother connected the door with his finger and successfully opened it. Space station oxygen is thin. Must wear mask. And artificial gravity turns off regularly. Let people float. Generate artificial gravity. The environment is much better. Check out the loot. The hibernation pods here are easy to use. Far from the goal of 9 years. There is a cold storage in the distance. Go and see. It's still a classic soldier divided into 2 ways. The girls stay behind to watch the house. The entrance to the cold storage is a mess. It looks like something has corroded several layers. There is still half a cyborg corpse on the ground. What the hell? Go to the cold storage. The Silly Brother connected the cold storage door again and successfully opened it. Really, the ancient Greek god of connection. But when they got excited, they actually dug out the raw material can, locked the door. But the system shows that the authority is not enough for the science officer. Permission. Boys frown like ants in a hot pot. The girls are calm and think about rescue. Xiaoyu look at the half-sentence of the biochemical human corpse. So he dismantled his module, handed over to the Silly Brother by the door seam. Super multifunction. Can change permissions. Rewrite the code. Improving AI can't be changed except for memory anyway. Silly Brother, it will take a while to restart the new module after changing it. That's when the danger approached. In the freezer, a machine that said specimen complete, print suspended. Seems that the specimens he printed were these creatures in the grid, aka burst worms. With the cold storage out of control, these burst worms thaw and wake up everywhere. Silly Brother reboot complete. He used his new access to open the door and lead the escape. I only hate that a bad-faced bug also followed. People are afraid that he will die. If you want to force the Silly Brother to analyze calmly, you can't. The bugtail is wrapped around his neck. If you pull it hard, it will break his neck. Are you still a silly brother? This is because Demon Ancestor has improved his physical fitness, also upgraded AI. It's a pity that although his AI has been upgraded, still don't know how to get rid of the Storm Ridge bug. He felt that the cyborg should know that some people power on and restart the cyborg. He claims to be the company's science officer. The first priority bazaar guards the newly developed Z01 compound. Answer is hopeless. Killed the face bug and is implanting the broken breast into him. And the breasts will combine with his DNA to grow like crazy. Mature is alien. That's the corpse above you. This is exactly the end and the first step of the alien. Alien, he killed 6 crew members in a row. The company continues to search for death. Finally got him back. That's what the movie starts about. The company mistakenly believes that the alien is dead. Research with confidence. Oxygen deprivation and food deprivation are not well known. It was later wiped out by security forces. This blood is made up of sulfuric acid and hydrofluoric acid. Several layers of rocks are invincible and terrifying. Xiaoyu thought for a while that frozen raw materials can freeze the tail of violent worms. They tried it with a frozen spray gun. And it worked. The girl also woke up. He suspects that the violent bug has completed its transportation. Don't kill girls. He knew that human emotions are rampant. Won't have the heart to kill. So let the Wise brothers kill. The classic inward coaxing section begins. The Wise brothers chased after the girl who was raped and ran away. He drove on the Huoyun spaceship and suddenly had a chest pain halfway through the run. The chest expansion body drills out of the chest cavity. The spaceship also lost control and crashed into an explosion. The explosion changed the orbit of the space station. Let him hit the loop earlier. Fortunately, Huoyun Fei Media is bad. Right into the hangar of the space station. Xiaoyu will be studying how to get to the hangar for a while. But the new module allows him to put the interests of the company first, just like the science officer. That is, to protect that Z01 compound. At present, he has the same interests as everyone else. He saw a swarm of face bugs ahead. Block the corridor. This creature has no eyes. Tracking prey by sound and heat. Hunter knife feet can escape his hearing and raise the room temperature to human body temperature. Fear heats up. Sweating will cool down. Have to be extra careful. Xiaoyu is walking slowly. The real thrill is the cargo ship. The girl who said she was blasted in the face died tragically. This little guy was timid until adulthood. The other 2 survivors of the cargo ship are safe. But this alien somehow grows so fast. After a few minutes of breast expansion, a layer of skin will come off the body. The male survivor went in with an electric baton. This kind of electric baton can even break the cyborg. It will also work for your alien, right? The male survivor was tortured and killed by the alien's pointed tail and acid blood. It's just an alien baby. We were fortunate to see him emerge from the egg and grow step by step. Female survivors flee to the hatch. There is only one door away from Xiaoyu and the others, because the Wise brother has the authority to open the door, and he wisely calculated that the door would open long enough for the opposite sex to barge in and kill everyone. Unfortunately, emotions are not worth mentioning in front of the code. Xiaoyu felt that he was terribly unfamiliar. Ask him what his top priority is. That is to ship the so-called Z01 compound back to the colony, like the science officer. I had to go to the lab with him to see what this compound was. Science officer explains through computer that humans are inherently fragile. If the air is poisonous, you will die. This space station is tasked with living humans. Science officials study aliens for this. It can control the metabolic rate of the alien at will. It can also rewrite the host's DNA through the blood. Before upgrading humans, we saw that aliens were invincible and fast. That's why. Anyway, the Wise brothers must bring this compound back to the colony. For this goal, he has to fight against Xiaoyu Taylor. He gave them 2 guns, because the profiled acid blood restores the solid floor, and they're on the bottom floor of the space station. Shooting aliens will cause the space station to pressure everyone to die together. The 3 of them copied a record to go around to the cargo ship. Specimen boxes are all empty. The walls are also getting sticky, and it is estimated that those face bugs are mature. Tyler heard a cry for help inside. It's the woman's passbook, okay? I've been calling him a female survivor for Hao Jian's sake. In fact, this person is Taylor's biological sister. There's no way Tyler didn't rescue them deep into the lair. Generally, aliens catch people for reproduction. It seems that the black-faced bug thinks that he is too injured to live long. The wise brother saw that he was seriously injured. In the video demonstrated by the Science Museum before, the compound in it can even cure mice immediately. Xiaoyu thinks it is unreliable. Or send the female survivors back to the dormant warehouses and the cavemen back to the colony for rescue. Xiaoyu comforts female survivors while covering. Little do they know that some people of the opposite sex sneak attack. Tyler used his body to cover for them to be captured and killed. Carry the female survivors into the elevator and run away together. Halfway through he thought about the wise brother, although wise, so they settled in, and the female survivor went back to save his brother. This return to the wolf's den is also a tribute to the single-mindedness. He's pure again, and his eyes don't care what compounds. I'll call him Silly Brother again. Xiaoyu's oil control rifle was afraid of acid blood corroding the bilge and dared not fire. By the way, just don't let the sour blood flow down, okay? Aliens have ascended to the sky. It's not as big as Line 1, but it has a built-in automatic aiming gun and a headshot. Only 50% of bullets left. The aliens are finally destroyed, but their blood is a bigger threat, coming in like a whirlwind. Xiaoyu needs to avoid this disaster with Weightless. Because of the lack of gravity, the elevator is no longer in use. They jumped from the bottom to float to the top. Also, the gravity removal program has an end of implementation time. Gravity recovery. The elevator is going to crush the light rain to death. Silly Brother is so powerful. Like Spider-Man pulling a train. Fell to the bottom. Unexpectedly, a row of them caught it with their tails. Sent him to the ladder. First, exclude a line of other good. Just when he endangered Xiaoyu, Silly Brother can't take it anymore. Oppress the power line. It's a pity that he is the only one who survived. Alien takes control of Xiaoyu. Let the violent bug come to the hospital. The alien saved him before because of this. Hunk falls from the sky. Xiaoyu is saved. But the biggest crisis is yet to be solved. 10 seconds countdown to the broadcast. They got back into their little cargo ship. Fly away from the space station. Please enjoy the finale show, Space Station Crash Ring. The science officer didn't know that the disaster was approaching, and he was talking on the computer screen. Little did they know that the space station had collapsed. He worked with his lab, forever a part of the new love. The little fish puts the female survivor in the hibernation pod, and you might think that's the end of the story. The loud scream actually gave birth to a strange egg. So what's going on here? It turns out that when the female survivor was waiting for Xiaoyu alone before, she felt that the baby might not be able to keep it. As a result, the baby not only survived direct birth. It's just that a bad guy was born. Xiaoyu wants to throw strange eggs. Found to be scalded by acid. This baby is too open. Strong acid dripping from the egg. I saw the strange egg open like 2 doors, then drop to the next level. Light rain follows. Found that only sour leaves were left in the egg. Baby gone missing. All the way back to the hibernation pod. The female villager and the silly brother are in the dormant pod. They felt a dark shadow behind them. Breathing seems to freeze. This is a monster fused with human alien DNA. It grows really fast. Even now it is growing. He is close to the fine lines of female survivors. Will he be grateful to his mother? Xiaoyu is coming. Grow bigger. Xiaoyu fired back with a frozen spray gun. This cold temperature only makes the monster uncomfortable. He put on his spacesuit. Look at the cargo shake control chart of the warehouse. Come up with a trick. The goods can fall off. Introduce the monster first. Throw the goods away again. According to the process, pull down all 4 senses of control. But he just finished playing. The third monster has followed. The original plan didn't work. He had an idea to knock over the acid in the monster egg, lose sores or shake, and apply additional pressure. Safety rope around waist. The monster didn't fall. Hanging on the freighter, too, his face is all over. Sore moves, but still attacks. My own safety rope is scratching the fourth sense of control. He pulled on a fourth sense of control. Porto landed with a bang. The monster is finally dead. As for Xiaoyu herself, his safety rope is attached to the cargo ship. Climb back to win. Silly Brother's fighting power is erratic. Xiaoyu put him in the dormant cabin for maintenance. According to regulations, all members should record a voice log before going to sleep. His voice wanders through the universe. Same as the end of one line and one Ripley. May fate be gentle with him. The movie ends here.